Though Web of Science is an excellent resource for subject searching, its real strength comes from the inclusion of the reference lists for each article and any citing references, both of which can be useful for citing related articles. Let's continue with our search on the effect of prenatal exposure to PCBs on the birth weight of the newborn. We ran our search and came up with 234 results. Scrolling down a bit, take a look at this article on the gestational exposure to various chemicals in relation to infant birth weight by Woods et al. Click on the title to bring up the full record. In addition to the traditional database fields, on the right sidebar you'll see a link for the author's full reference list. By following that link, you can see the citations for all 50 references used by this article, many of which have a record in Web of Science. Presumably these articles are all in some way related to the topic since the authors cited them. Using your browser's back button, return to the record for the Woods article. There, you'll also notice that at the top of the right sidebar, there is a link for a newer article that has cited this article. Presumably that article is also related to the Woods article since it cited it. Let's see how you can use this ability to track citing articles to greatest advantage. Going back to the results list, note that the default sorting in Web of Science is by date, meaning that the most recent articles will be listed at the top of the list. If you change the sorting to time cited, the system will generate a new list that is ranked according to the number of times each article has been cited. Here you'll see that the most frequently cited article in this set of results has been cited 213 times, followed by the next most frequently cited article, which has been cited 180 times, and so on. Depending on your actual search strategy, this list may help you identify the most popular and/or most important articles on the topic. Looking at the top ranking article, note that it was published in 2008, and judging from the title of the journal in which it was published and the length of the article, it appears to be a review article. If you click on its title, you'll see links not only for the 213 citing articles, but also for the entire list of 851 references. So here you have the older cited references used by these authors and the newer citing references which cited this review article. So in a sense, you're able to construct a sort of a family tree for this article, showing its ancestors as well as its descendants. You can find the reference list and citing references for any known article simply by fetching the Web of Science record for that article and following the links. For example, let's see if I can bring up the record for the Woods article. Go to the top of the page and click on the search link in the upper left. On the first row, I'll enter the piece of information that I can remember, which is the author. From the drop-down menu, select Author, and then click on Select from Index. Here I'll enter Woods M, and click Move To. Since some journals only use the first author initial, I'll search on both Woods M and Woods MM. So click on the Add button for each of those options, and it'll populate the search box at the bottom, and then click OK. Then I'll add a row, and now I'll add the second piece of information that I remember, and that is that the phrase gestational exposure was somewhere in the title field. So I'll enter that phrase in quotes, and then from the drop-down I'll select title. Oops, and we'll enter that again. And then I'll add another row, and this time I'm going to select the year published and enter 2017, and then click Search. and the article comes right up. And then I would be able to click on the link and then be able to access the reference list as well as the articles that have cited it. Finally, as with other databases, Web of Science offers a number of filters to help hone in on a particular aspect of the topic. Going back to my search history and bringing back my original 234 articles, you can see that there are a number of filters available on the left sidebar. And they're also available via the Analyze Results link in the upper right. You can see that a number of options are available, including document type, organization, funding agencies, source titles, meaning the titles of the journals in which the articles are published, and countries. Focusing on document type, I can see that there were 27 review articles in this group, and when I click on View Records, I very quickly am able to discover a wonderful meta-analysis that appears to be exactly on my topic. This will be enormously helpful when I am conducting my research.